All right, what's going on, everybody? Sports Expert here. And yeah, my last video had no audio, so I'll have to do this one. But yeah, before we start, please hit the subscribe button if you're new. Turn on post notifications, like, comment. We do NBA picks and against the spread every day, so I appreciate everyone being here. So yeah, Knicks Cavaliers. This should be an interesting game in Cleveland. The Cavs are 3-0, coming off a win versus Philly, and the Knicks are 1-2, coming off a win versus Milwaukee. So yeah, this should be an interesting game. I'm gonna take the Cavs though. I think they have a lot of momentum right now. They're 3-0. I'm gonna take them minus 3.5 as well. I think it should be an interesting game, but I think the Cavs get the win. I think Sexton, Garland, Drummond are all playing great. They have a very nice young core, and they have a very bright future. And I'm gonna take them to win and go 4-0. So that's my pick. Cleveland to win in Cleveland minus 3.5. Okay, Warriors Pistons. The Warriors are 1-2, coming off an insane win versus the Bulls, and the Pistons are 0-3, coming off a loss versus the Hawks. They're on a back-to-back, and they rested Blake Griffin and Derrick Rose today, so I assume they'll play tomorrow. So I'm going to take an upset in this one. I'm actually going to take the Detroit Pistons. I'm going to take the Pistons to win, and obviously the Pistons plus 3.5. Should be an interesting game, but I think the Pistons are ending up getting their first win of the year, and the Warriors fans are just not going to be too pleased with it, We'll see what happens, but Warriors fans end up being not too pleased, but I'm going to take the Pistons in this one. You guys might be surprised, but they'll get Blake Griffin and Derrick Rose back. Should be interesting. Okay, Celtics-Pacers. The Celtics are 1-2. The Pacers are 3-0. And I actually think the Celtics are going to win on the road. I'm taking the Celtics -1. They're 1-point favorites. And I got them winning. I think the Pacers, they're a really good team, but I think the Celtics finally get something going right here in these next few days. I think the Celtics are going to end up pulling it off. Should be interesting as guys like Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown are going to step up. Domantas Sabonis will cool down a bit, I bet, but he's still been one of the better players this year. So, yeah, give me the Celtics in this one. Okay, Raptors 76ers. The Raptors are 0-2, and the 76ers are 2-1, coming off a loss versus the Cavs. I'm actually going to take Philly in this one. I'm going to take them at home. They're Philly minus 2.5. Another interesting game. I'm actually saying it. The Raptors will fall to 0-3. I think the Raptors actually are a bit overrated right now, but I still think they're a really, really good basketball team. I still think they're going to make the playoffs, but maybe like a 6, 7, or 8 seed. I just don't know with the Raptors right now. A lot of guys are getting there up in age, like Kyle Lowry is, So I got the 76ers in this one, assuming Joel Embiid comes back, I believe. I believe he might be. Okay, give me minus 2.5 as well for Philly. Bulls, Wizards, 2 0-3 teams fighting for their first win. The Bulls got very unlucky a couple nights ago versus Golden State. And Washington blew lead. But give me Washington -5. Give me Washington to win and -5 at home. I think chemistry with Bradley Beal and Russell Westbrook will build up. And, I think they'll end up taking a dub versus Chicago. Sorry, king of the fourth quarter, Kenny. I think the Bulls will fall to 0-4. So the Wizards go to 1-3. They're a very talented team. Very surprised they're 1-3, but thought they were going to win at least one of those Orlando games. So I'm going to take the Wizards -5 here. Bucks, Heat. Bucks are 1-2. Heat are 1-1. Bucks are 5.5-point favorites. You know what? I'm taking the Heat. I am going to take the Heat. Heat are going to show why them going to the finals last year wasn't a fluke. I'm telling you. And the Bucks are going to surprisingly fall to 1-3. Should be a very interesting game. 7:30 on TNT. It's national television. They're going to show on national TV why they're for real, why they are a really good team to not mess around with. This Heat team, they're so loaded too. They got Dragic, an all-star player on the bench. Man, this is just an incredible team, along with Jimmy Butler, Bam Adebayo, starting with Duncan Robinson, Tyler Hero. Just amazing, So you don't see many all-stars from a couple years ago sitting on the bench now, but the Heat are so loaded. Magic, Thunder. Magic are 3-0. Thunder are 1-1. They were pretty much one shot away from being 2-0, the Thunder. And Orlando's 5-point favorites on the road. I'm going to take the Thunder at home. I'm taking the Thunder at home to win. The Thunder to win +5 as well. Should be an interesting game, but I think that young core is really building up something. I think it's going to be very good in a few years now from now until then. I think it's going to be really the good basketball team, this Thunder team. I got the Thunder, and I really do, man. So if you guys are Thunder fans, I know some Thunder fans on here. I know some Magic fans. Sorry, Magic fans, I just can't pick you yet. I got the Thunder. +5 and a win. Pelicans, Suns. Pelicans traveled to face the Suns. Are both 2-1. Taking the Phoenix Suns. I'm going to take the Suns to win, but I think it's going to be an extremely close game. I think the Pelicans cover. I'm going to take the Pelicans to cover. Should be very interesting, but Pelicans win by 1 or 2 points. Should be crazy. I've actually hit on a couple of those, like 3-point favorites, but then I have the other team covering. I've actually hit on some of those this year, like in football, so should be very interesting here. I got the Suns winning, but the Pelicans covering. Chris Paul, Devin Booker, DeAndre Ayton, guys like that, Jalen Smith, they're going to be the difference in this game. If they can play very good defense, they're winning this game, because I don't think the offense will be much of a problem. I got the Suns, and if they can rebound well, they should be able to do it. I got the Suns in this one. Timberwolves, Clippers. The Clippers are 8-point favorites against the Timberwolves. I'm not a big fan of the Timberwolves, even though they're 2-1. So I got the Clippers -8, even if Kawhi doesn't play. But Kawhi might be back soon. I don't know what's going on there, but regardless, I got the Clippers -8, even though they got crushed by 51 points by the Mavericks. I think they'll bounce back and win this one coming up. So give me the Clippers in this one. I don't expect a lot from Minnesota this year. So, and yeah, they have a clown named Malik Beasley on their team. And we all know what happened to him. What's going on with him? He's had some issues off the court. Nuggets, Kings. Nuggets are 1-2. Kings are 2-1. The Nuggets are 2.5-point favorites on the road. Give me the Nuggets -2.5. Give me the Nuggets to win, and give me them to cover the 2.5-point spread. Shouldn't be surprising here to me. If you're a Nuggets fan, you should be happy about this, and you should be betting on your team all day. Cannot take the Kings. I don't trust the Kings in this one. I think the Kings are going to have quite a rough season too. Them in Minnesota might finish 14th and 15th in the conference, but we'll see. In Minnesota, Karl-Anthony Towns is hurt right now, so should be interesting to see what happens there. But yeah, I'm taking the Kings in this one. The Nuggets in this one -2.5 should be very interesting, but yeah. So I appreciate everyone being here. Sports Expert here. Please hit the subscribe button if you're new. Turn on post notifications, like, comment. We're going to be doing these videos every night, every day. So please hit that subscribe button. I would appreciate it, everybody. Road to 3K. I'm out, guys. Sports Expert here. Peace. Turn on post notifications for these videos.